My least favorite film is Frozen. I guess let's get started. So, the directors and producer, Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, are both directors of Frozen. Chris Buck is usually a musical family adventure comedy type of genre for a film, while Jennifer Lee is kind of the same, just a little bit more musical family comedy, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, thriller. While the producer of Frozen, Peter Del Vico, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. His genre for films is musical, family, fantasy, adventure, and comedy. So the three of them, they both have musical, family, and comedy together for the same genre. So all three of them have also worked on Frozen Fever, which they made in 2015. So actually, there is not enough ratings to get a percentage of tomatoes for this film, but there is a 75% audience score. But on the side note, I'm sorry, this film is only 8 minutes long. It's not a regular 1 hour and 30 minutes, 2 hour type of movie. They also did Frozen 2 in 2019. This one got 78% Rotten Tomatoes with a 92% audience score, which is a lot better, obviously, from Frozen Fever. While the original Frozen they made in 2013 got a 90% Rotten Tomato with a 85% audience score. Now, with Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, Peter DeVito, they hit the gold with Frozen out of all the others, even though Frozen 2 got a higher audience score over the first Frozen. But Frozen Fever was the most hated with not even enough scores for the tomatoes, like I said. And I guess that's still because it was only still 8 minutes. So, if you can't tell, this movie is kind of for younger audiences and everything like that. But my reasons for not liking the film so much is that I think there is way too much singing, because half the time is bratty Elsa just singing when she doesn't get her way. With the stupid songs that they thought was good, also with the characters they thought was a hit too. And also, just because they keep singing all the time, there is such a terrible, poor plot. There is no background whatsoever, because the plot is so thin for the beginning. When their parents died, that's 20 seconds. That wasn't even you forget about it after 5 minutes it happened. It's oh, they just don't have parents. So the plot is terrible. Also, there's no background about the troll rocks. Why do the parents go to them when Elsa hit Anna with the ice and everything like that? It just makes no sense and everything like that. So I think the plot is thin and just unorganized. Also, I think Olaf ruins the movie with his not even close to funny jokes. If they have a situation, he always gets in the way. I believe his role was supposed to be a commercial buyout toy, and I think they honestly hit the jackpot on that, because boy, there is so many toys of Olaf, I can't even. And then finally, I just think Elsa is a selfish princess. She's not caring. She doesn't care about Anna. She hits Anna multiple times with ice, her powers and everything like that, not knowing what can happen to her. She can die, freeze to death, And she's not caring at all. If she doesn't really care about Anna, she's not going to care about her kingdom, which she really didn't. So she is just self-absorbed and didn't care about anything but herself. And that is why Frozen is my least favorite film.